Hello and welcome back to the channel. Today we're here with the girls as they take on Australind at home. Starting with the back three, Lauren in goal, which is a bit of a change. Jess out injured. Back three of Maya, Sammy and Izzy. On the left we've got Ashley and on the right we've got Lucy. A midfield three of Lucy, Casey and Taryn. And up front we've got Jordan and a bit ahead of her is Piper. On the bench today we've got Taylor, Janaea and Kia. In we go. Again, joined with Lauren. Lauren in goal today.
Yes, a little bit of a switch up for me today. Unfortunately, Jess was out injured, so someone had to step up and take her place for today.
Yeah, it's going to be an interesting game. Missing a few players from injury still. Janaea is currently on the bench, but it's a bit of a test to see how the ankle can hold up. Still not feeling too good from the Dynamos game, so hopefully she can get a bit of momentum in today and maybe make it back. We'll find out. Early's bit of start with Lucy in the middle here. What can Lucy do with it? Puts a beautiful ball to Piper, and it's just picked up from the keeper. Piper, a player who is normally a defender, put up front today because we're just that limited with options that we just have no one fit at the moment.
Yeah, exactly right. But Piper, she's good with the pace and she's got quite a killer left foot on her as well. So hopefully she can do some damage for the girls today.
Yeah, Piper's definitely a player I trust to put anywhere on the pitch. So it's just wherever we need her, she will be. And let's look into it now. Ball played out by Australind. Only as far as Ash, who leaves it for Izzy. Some good communication there. Good bit of footwork from Izzy there. She puts it down the line. Ash just couldn't control it. Oh, we see Sammy coming off here. 5 minutes into the game, Sammy's come off. Loz, can we get a little explanation of what happened to Sammy there?
I didn't quite see what happened. There was no contact, no anything. She literally just took a step, and unfortunately the verdict that we got given later on, she's actually done quite a severe tear to her calf muscle. So unfortunately we will be without Sammy for the next probably 6 to 8 weeks, if not longer, depending on her recovery.
Yeah, it's a massive loss. Sammy, one of the most consistent players that we've had since I've coached this team. A massive shame for her. Whoa. Ball falls out to Lucy. What a goal! Just as we're talking, Lucy Scott from about 30 yards out absolutely pings it in. Have a look at the replay there. A lovely shot just over the keeper's head and drops in. 1-0 Dalyellup. What a start.
That is a very strong start by the girls. Always got to get that strong start going. So good to have Lucy Scott there making those shots.
On the pitch here as well, we'll see Maya. Haven't seen her yet this season, Loz. What's the story?
Maya, also known as Big Boot. You will see that in the videos to come. She's a fantastic clearance out of the defensive line as a ball's played in and looking to just pop that out for a corner. Australind will take the corner kick. Girls looking to distribute that out. Casey wipes that out away from the box here. But yes, Maya, a very good pickup for the season. Fantastic, strong defender. So really good to have her in the back line.
Very good player. Missed out, was away for the first game. Unfortunately, like I think a lot of players will this year. Had COVID recently as well, so she's missed out on that one. Finally, she's back. You know, only 17 years old. Yeah. Looking to really develop her into hopefully one of the best centre backs in the league. Think she's got the potential, but can she do it? That's the question. Maya, it's over to you. Piper looking to run down the line, just couldn't quite find it. Ball over the top. Lucy takes a touch, but just goes into the path of Australind. A lovely through ball down the line. Loz stays on her line, and she saves it.
Barely.
First time ever in goal. Never done it before.
No.
How'd you feel?
I was very nervous going into this, to be honest, but we were just talking about Maya, so I felt a bit more comfortable with her standing in front of me to make those big clearances. But I can only do the best that I can. As you said, never been in goal before, so I just gave it my best shot.
And that's all you can do. It's a free kick here for Australind. Not quite sure what it was, but speaking of big boots, that's a decent one. Lauren collects it calmly.
I do believe that was a handball by accident, so that was what gave the free there.
There we go. Still very busy early portion of the game. A lot of highlights coming from this area. Hopefully we can just slow it down a bit. Geordie picks it up. What can she do? Speaking of slowing it down, here she is holding it up. Good ball out to Casey, but number 17 managed to nick it off her. And now Australind looking to play some football. Using the space well, but look at Geordie. Bit of work rate from Geordie there, but the ball makes it down the line. The number 6 down the wing puts it in, but Izzy clears. Not sure how much of Izzy we'll see today. Another player who is unfortunately struggling with injury. It's just been a very poor start to the season for us injury-wise, but hopefully we start getting our players back and we can start playing football again.
Yeah, 100%. We've definitely been dealt the bad luck card with injuries so early on in the season this year. So hopefully we can, weed that out and get rid of the COVID and come back strong for the rest of the season.
Good ball back from Lucy. Finds Kia. Has a bit of time. Knocks it down the line looking for Lucy. Farley couldn't quite find her, but a bit of work rate from Lucy there. Ball in the middle. Casey flicks it over. What can she do with it now? Good little knock down the line, but nobody's there. Unfortunately, without those natural strikers, we're having to put inexperienced striker up front with Piper. While she's very good on the ball, we only had a very short amount of time to explain to her what I wanted from her. So obviously not as in depth as I would have liked to go with her. So,
yeah.
But again, respect the fact that she's doing what she can up there. On the pitch now we see Shana. Shana, what, 13 years old?
I believe so, yeah. Little pocket rocket Shana. For those who don't know, that is Jordan's younger sister. And trouble on the pitch again. Looks like we see Taylor down on the floor there. Doesn't look good. A little bit of an ankle injury for Taylor there. So let's hope that that's not going to be an elongated recovery time for her.
No, I think Taylor will be okay. She is a physio herself, so I think she knows how to look after herself. Piper is now back in the defensive line, as I believe Izzy might be off now. Potentially, we'll have to keep an eye out, but Piper has gone back to cover for that. And we have put Shana up front at this stage with Jordan, the two sisters working together. But again, I think a few injuries trying to derail the momentum we're carrying. Good ball through, Ash just couldn't quite get to it. Here it is, Piper. And again, what a player. Was up front a minute ago, now in defence, winning tackles, working hard. Exactly the kind of player you want. And who do I see there on the sideline jogging up towards us?
Who's that girl in the background? Janaea Burley, is it?
Yeah, we'll see. We're going to have an idea and see if Janaea can get some minutes.
Ooh.
Bit.
Dare I say there was two hands on that ball by the looks of the shaking going on there. But
it looks that Lauren might have had two runs on the ball and it's been kicked out of her hands. Can't say for sure. Referee didn't get a good view and there's not much you can do about that. 1-1. Dalyellup looking to have quite a few chances that we haven't taken, and now Australind back in it. And that's the last thing you want to do, is let teams back in it, because especially when it's only 1-0, anyone can take control of the game from that point. Ball out there for a goal kick. And here come Australind looking to push on. So good shot from distance, just over the bar.
There was a little bit of celebration there. I think even myself in the net, the net moved, it looked like the ball had actually gone in, but it just kind of fell down the back of it. But a shot made, there was no saving that. That was an incredible strike.
Good strike there. Couldn't quite close it down. Just into that side netting. 2-1 Australind. We were looking good to start with, and now we find ourselves 2 down. Not ideal. It's not where we want to be, and it's just very similar from the last game where we had the chances, didn't quite take them, and now we're struggling. 2-1 down. Can we get back into it? Game's never over. Shana working hard there. Finds her sister. Couldn't quite find the pass, but she works to win it back. Plays it down the line. Janaea Burley is on the pitch now. We're going to give her a test and see what she can do. Ankle still not playing well, but look at that turn from Janaea. Brilliant from Janaea. Can she get a shot off? Ooh. She does, but it hits the ground hard.
Ankle injury definitely doesn't show with her performance there.
Now, one thing Janaea is trying to do at the moment is she hasn't got the raw pace at the moment due to the injury, so she's just trying a few extra things. And you saw that dribbling Not often we see Janae dribble like that. We're used to just her burning past players, but it's a good ball into the middle from Lucy. It's out for a corner. Obviously, she can't do that right now, so she's just trying to change her game a bit to suit herself at the moment. And dare I say, she's doing it very well so far.
Yes, 100%. And speaking of pace, definitely keep your eye out on Lucy Scott. She's definitely got some fire behind her there as Shana just looking for the pass but heads out. Hitting the camera, by the way, Shana. That is a fat fine for you, darling.
But in speaking of Shana, as we get to half time, a massive well done to her, because not only did she play the Rezzies the game before and score 2 goals, she also played juniors the day before and scored a goal in that as well.
I mean, when you're 13, you've got the fitness, so hats off.
But it is a 3rd game of the week. What an effort from her. This Sunday, no games for the reserves, ladies, or the men's Division 1. The other 3 teams are all away in Margaret River, looking to walk away with 9 points out of 9. Times on your screen. If you're anywhere nearby, come down and support. Let's get into the second half. And it's an Australind ball long, but won back quickly. Ball up the line. Here comes Lucy with the throw. Flicked on as far as Taryn.
Ooh.
Good ball over the top by Taryn. Finds Janaea. What can Janaea do with it?
Oh.
Just a bit too wide. It's a very good ball from Taryn there.
Very good ball from Taryn. Very confident shot there. Janaea, as always, there with the follow-up, but just ran out of pitch to make it work.
And I want to give, while we're talking, a big credit to Taryn, because a lot of you might not know, Taryn had a baby in October.
Yes.
And she has worked so
Super
hard.
mama.
Hold that thought. Here comes Janaea with a strike. She hasn't lost the power.
Definitely not.
No, Taryn had a baby in October, back at training in February, worked hard, and every week she's looking better and better.
Oh, 100%. And she's becoming a very, very solid player just in front of the defensive line. And we're just going a bit off centre there, but it does look like Australind have put a 3rd goal in the back of the net there. We won't have a replay as we didn't quite catch that.
Very unfortunate for the girls there. I think they've played really well so far, but Australind taking their chances. Dalyellup haven't. It's as simple as that, really.
You can't back off. If you want to get the 3 points, you got to work for it. And at the moment, the girls just don't seem to want it as badly as Australind do right now.
It's a good ball into the box from Australind from a corner. Something we're not typically good at defending, but that one is cleared out. Could this be a change? Could we stop conceding from corners?
Bit more practice at training, I think, for the old corners.
It's a good ball through, and it's a great finish there. Australind running away with it now. I think the scoreline doesn't reflect the game, to be honest. I think both teams have had chances. Like I said, Australind have just taken theirs. Is the lack of a fit striker going to cost us? We'll have to find out throughout the season. Hopefully we can get the players back soon. Izzy down the line looking for Lucy. She's back on again, but it's going to be intermittent changes for her because she is struggling with a hamstring injury. Can't quite see there. The camera wasn't quite on it, but Australind do make it 5. And that will be the game, set, and match. I don't think we can come back from this, but again, the girls, considering we've lost 2 more to injuries this game, to work hard throughout the whole 90 minutes is all we can really ask for while we're trying to get players back from these injuries. It looks like, is that going to be a corner maybe, but we don't get to see it. It's a kick out from the goalkeeper. But like the Dunsborough game, the girls losing by a few goals, but they haven't stopped working. And that is the difference between good teams that are having issues with injuries and bad teams.
Jordan with the 3 to Lucy
Great
Scott.
ball,
Lucy driving. Makes the shot straight through past the keeper. Lucy, absolute finesse.
What a goal that was. Capped off, a chance taken. Maybe too little too late, but end of the day, we're finishing strong. That's the most important part.
Got to keep fighting until the end, and that's one thing that the girls made sure that they did. They fought until that final whistle. About 5 minutes to go here. Lucy looking to drive it down the line, and looks like that might go out for a throw.
And here's a throw for Australind. Ball into the box. There's the big boot we've been talking about. Maya sends it, but it's not enough. Full time. Dalyellup 2, Australind 5. Very unfortunate for the girls. I think You know, injuries provided, we had our full team. It could have been a very different game, but you can only do what you can do. We go on to next week. We played Dynamos. Bit late to get this video out, but Dynamos will be coming out within the next few days. And then we're going to Margaret River this weekend. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like, share and subscribe. I've been Ollie.
And I've been Loz.
Bleed purple.